Already know I'm gonna regret this one. Alright, Atomic. I don't remember your name at all. It's called Alien 50. He's got that name as a species, and also I'm under attack. Okay, so anyway, we got a thing called Nuke Winter. His abilities are, yeah, that. I remember being really surprised the first time I saw this. Also, he can fly. Well, I don't know what anyone would be expecting from this guy. This is one of those aliens you're not really meant to get a hold of, are you? Like, if you roll this alien, somehow, you get this alien, like, you could just do stuff like that and go bonk. Actually, hold on, what's this ability? I can just punch really hard too. What's the first ability doing? Oh, I think the first one is, like, makes things float, doesn't it? I don't have anything to make float right now, though. Yeah, okay, right now what I need to do is fully charge this thing and do that. Go! Anyway, we're also really big, so that's a thing too. Oh, it just keeps going. I don't know if this, nuclear kinesis? I feel like this is supposed to be a thing of making things float, but it's not floating anywhere. Yeah, whatever. Either way, this guy's also, you know, clearly, you know, heavily work in progress, because he doesn't even have a bar thing. He doesn't have anything at this point. He does have, though, yeah, those stats, though. Man has the highest HP, way more than forearms, obviously. And then, yeah, like, way more attack. The maximum possible Minecraft defense, so he's just the toughest defensive guy you can get, and, like, pretty good regeneration on top of that. Man is insane, obviously. I'm pretty sure this is, like, one of, like, the best aliens, isn't it? One of the strongest aliens aside, like, outside of Alien X. It's interesting that, you know, people making the mod and stuff, obviously they have to decide what aliens are we putting in and stuff, and for whatever process, they went and made a bunch of the Alien X aliens, and they went, yeah, let's add the Atomic guy in. get him going. I don't know, maybe there's a request or something, or maybe someone's just a really big fan of the alien, but it's like Alien, I mean, obviously Alien X isn't, like, a thing at this point, which, I mean, you can't really do Alien X. Alien X is one of those ones where if someone gets a hold of it, it's just they win whatever they're doing, because that's the nature of Alien X. Either it's going to be a really boring alien, because you're stuck in limbo for 10 minutes, or you're going to win whatever you're doing. Like, he's not, that interesting an alien in that regard. Oh, then, you know, if he gets kill effects and stuff. This guy's an absolute powerhouse, though. This guy, you can, you know, top end, can put him in, it can destroy huge areas, and it completely makes sense. He's got this over-the-top ability. Like, that's not a guy you fight 1v1. That's a guy you fight, like, an entire army against. Because how else are you killing him? Anyway, alright, so I got those. That's, what, 5 aliens out of what it said was, like, what, 21? Alright, let's roll the dice again. Let's see what we get. Blood up. We have got Ghost Freak. We have got Swampfire. We have got Diamond Head again. We've got Big Chill, we've got Ben Wolf, we've got Jetray, there's a new one. Accelerate, Cannon Bolt, Wild Mutt, Chroma Stone, and we're back to start. Okay, so we got Jetray. Rolled out another new one. Cool. Eventually I'm gonna have to get to the point where I'm gonna have to, like, do this several times to get a new alien, or I'm gonna have to just add the alien I'm looking for in, because I'm, like, there's a couple more, but, like, I don't remember perfectly who they are. Oh, so, okay, this is convenient. Jetray! Get me out of here, please. Jetray is that character that basically just replaces Accelerate. Wait, hold on. I see that? Hold on. None of his abilities are here. None of his abilities are here. I thought this guy had abilities. Did he not have abilities? Also, can I change his coloring? I don't think so. Yeah, okay, no, we can't affect their coloring and stuff like that. Yeah, they're kind of stuck as they are. Makes sense, they're work in progress. I could have sworn last time we had them, he had, like, more speed and a laser and stuff like that. No, I thought he did. But yeah, this guy, what is he saying? He basically just replaces Accelerate. He's got the super speed, but he can also fly. And he gets lasers. So, yeah. And I could have sworn there was more to him last time I played. Maybe I'm misremembering. Or maybe I'm thinking of, uh-oh. Yeah, that's someone we don't want to deal with. Maybe I'm thinking of, Big Chill, possibly. Because, you know, Big Chill obviously flies and stuff as well. Oh, hello. Okay, here we go. This is my 4th go-around. I was like, possibly this will be the point where I have to start doing multiple rules. No! No, we got 2 more ones. Okay, you know what? Let's start with this guy, because this guy's, he was a mystery to me the first time around. Wadoosh. Big Dragon Boy. What is this thing? I asked myself, as the fat dragon takes to the air. This is apparently from, okay, I need to pronounce, trying to pronounce this correctly. Bakugan. I always am tempted to say Byakugan, because it's spelled pretty much the same in my Naruto brain, but Bakugan. So basically, it's apparently a guy from that. I had no idea who this was. I know in Ben 10 there wasn't like a big dragon at one point. That's not him. This isn't the big dragon. This is a guy from, yeah, Bakugan, the old show. This guy has a bunch of fire abilities, apparently. Also, circle projectiles? What? Yeah, I don't know how circle projectiles works. That kind of stuff probably makes a lot more sense when you've, like, watched the show and you know who this dragon is. I haven't. I've not watched the thing, so I have no idea who this guy is. So, that's a thing. He doesn't obviously have a lot of his stuff in, because, you know, dum-ba-dum. He's got a bunch of health, bunch of defense, not a lot of offense, really slow, no regen. No, I am so sick of those ant things, though. They shoot from so far away. And they don't do any, they just poison you constantly. It's constantly poison you, be a pain in the backside. But okay, yeah, that guy exists. He's kind of cool looking, but, you know, he's just got a lot of fire and not a lot else going on right now, because he's, you know, very work in progress. Flip side, though, pretty sure this guy's got a lot more going on, or at least did the last time I played him. Humongousaur! Oh, this guy, I think was basically done last time I played. He's got the same HP as forearms. It says 70, it's maybe 60. I've got a thing on it, it gives us extra 10 health. Yeah, 13 attack, 20 defense, 15 toughness, 10 speed. So, you know, weaker than forearms at his current point. And stuff. About his March health and stuff. And then he's got, yeah, abilities. The good old tail spin. Very cool. Very, I mean, like, kind of like, you know, forearms is hurricane clothesline. That one. Yeah, we've got, yeah, ground slab and stuff. Can we, like, charge that up into a bigger one? It's got a cooldown. Got a, is that a leap? Yeah, okay, that's his leap. Okay, I guess a leap thing as well. Not quite the same as forearms. Now, forearms can obviously do a bunch more with this. Forearms can, like, you know, just, you know, ground smash bigger areas. Can do bigger killer leap. Again, guy's not fully in. I imagine he's going to get forearms' stuff, basically, when time comes, because he is basic. Like, for, like, Alien Force, he is basically the forearms replacement, right? Like, you know, Ben brought forearms out whenever he wanted big powerhouse, and then, you know, Humongousaur gets brought out whenever he wants big powerhouse. Well, per Humongousaur, though, like, I'm told apparently his win-to-loss ratio is, like, actually terrible, so, like, in terms of reliability, a lot of people are like, yeah, he's one of Ben's most unreliable aliens in Doom, and it's like, no, it's Ben brings him out whenever he wants to fight a big, powerful thing, and, like, this guy gets put up against all the big, strong stuff normally. And in a lot of cases, like, you know, you just can't outpower whoever he's fighting. He's got to, you know, he needs to do something smarter, or, you know, something dastardly happens to screw over poor Humongousaur. But as a daily, yeah, it's pretty cool, because, you know, because size alteration get even bigger, get dumber, and, yeah, way, way stronger. I don't know if this is as big and go. Can we go bigger? No, no bigger. This is as big as it gets. I thought he could go bigger last time. Maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, yeah. We have basically a gun punch. Biscuits ready for shots. But yeah. Plus they're getting bigger, though. Bigger area of effect. We decide to target thing, and I can no longer leap, by the way. We decide to target thing with, like, our tail ability and stuff. We are going to hit much bigger area and wipe out stuff. Very cool. You know, I remember playing with him last time. I remember him jumping around the buildings and stuff. Because, yeah, he has, like, insane step assist, so we can, like, actually get around the place. So he's not completely screwed the second he turns big in a certain environment. No, he could climb over a forest quite easily. Like, he wouldn't get stuck like a bunch of other aliens. This guy will just, you know, walk over the top of everything. It's great. Ah, good old Humongousaur. Alright, down you go. And bloop. Now, trying to remember at this point, like, that's a bunch of the main ones I remember. I'm trying to remember, is there any other ones? What other ones were in the thing? What other ones were in the Alien Force? A bit harder for me to remember that. I don't remember the Alien Force aliens quite as well as the original aliens. Because, okay, yeah, we've got a bunch of different aliens in here. I just don't remember who, I don't remember the names off the top of my head. It said there was 21. I'm pretty sure some of those are just alternative forms of certain aliens. Yeah, so in the list here, I count 20. When I do the alien max thing, I count, it says 21. Although that may be just including my human form as well, so possibly there's only 20. So in that case, hold on, what aliens have we seen? What aliens would be potentially left? We've got the original 10. We've got Blitzwolf, we get Cannon Bolts, that's 12. Then you've got Swampfire, Jetray, Big Chill, Echo, and Humongousaur, that's 5. Then we've got the Bakugan alien and the atomic guy, that's 7. So I'd make up 19. On the assumption the upgrade alternative form counts as 1. I think that's all of them. I think that's the main thing. So, like, yeah, okay, there's 7 then. There's 7 alternative aliens outside of the 12 you can get in survival. With, yeah, very varying grades of, like, work in progressness. Because, you know, some clearly are not, you know, ready to go at this point. Things like, oh yeah, no, Chroma Stone. Oh, I think I added him. Yeah, now I'd be 20 at that point. Yeah, there we go. That'll be everyone. But, yeah, Chroma Stone clearly, you know, doesn't have a lot of stuff going on for him, whereas things like, yeah, Humongousaur and, Big Chill. Big Chill in particular has just got pretty much all his stuff. Jetray didn't apparently have anything, which I thought he did. In my head, I thought he did. Oh, never mind. Swamp Fire's kind of 50-50, but honestly, like, a bunch, like, his plant stuff's mostly in, and then, like, you know, after that, you just kind of steal Heat Blast stuff, don't you? And then, you know, you're pretty much good, so, you know, if the stuff's already there, I'd assume it's, you know, easier to move it around and boom, ba-dum, unless they're wanting to do something special for Swamp Fire. And then, yeah, Echo's another one, actually. He's pretty much, like, it's got all his stuff, aside from, like, unless you want the clones also to do Echo attacks, I suppose. That's probably the only other thing. For him, I say not knowing, remembering how good Echo is and how much other stuff he could potentially have. So out of those aliens, so you've got, yeah, like the, what, Chromastone, Humongousaur, Swamp Fire, Echo, Big Chill, and Heat, and Jetray. So that's 6 of the other 10. After that, you've got Alien X. Who are the other 3? I don't remember right now. Oh, no wonder I don't remember some of these guys. Okay, Spider Monkey is one I definitely should have remembered. But aside from that, you've got, yeah, Brainstorm and Lodestar. Gonna be honest, I forgot Brainstorm was part of the Alien Force Aliens. I thought he was part of, like, an extra alien thing he got. Lodestar, I just completely forgot existed. I don't remember Ben using Lodestar all that much. I genuinely just forgot that alien existed. Feckles knows how you add those kind of aliens in. I mean, I suppose Brainstorm, his thing was like lightning and stuff. So, Spider Monkey would be doing web-based stuff and ball climbing and things. I don't know. Be interested to see how they decide to add those guys in for the Alien Force stuff whenever they decide to do it. Lodestar, I just remember he could fly. And isn't his thing like magnetism? That's all I remember. I do not remember Lodestar. Yeah, there's a question for the comments. Out of like the Ben 10 aliens, the Alien Force aliens and that, who's like the alien that just slips your mind? Like you forget that guy was even in the party. Like, you know, he's part of the gang, but like, you know, no one ever remembers him. Then you see him in the group photo and you're like, hey, wait, that guy was there? Oh. It's like, yeah, for me, I remember the original 10. Then the Alien Force ones, I remember a bunch of them. But yeah, like as seen there, Spider Monkey I did know, I just like wasn't thinking about it at the time. So like he's one I do normally remember because, you know, Spider Monkey, interesting, dum-ba-dum. Lodestar definitely is that guy for me. Just forgot that man existed, full stop. Brainstorm, I knew he existed, I just forgot he was part of the actual Alien Force squad. I thought he was one of the extra ones they got. Same as like, you know, like Upchuck and Wildfire and stuff, you know, other aliens that Ben picked up along the way. But yeah, once again, that's it for the Ben 10 mod. Until I find another reason to go play it some more, because I need to stall for time. Or something. I don't know, I just have fun playing this mod. Like, if I can find a reason to play this mod, I'll go and play it. Like, it's just a nice, cool mod. I have no complaints with it. Like, for the aliens that are in, they're all cool and fun. There's bits you can do. Yeah, we need stuff to fight against, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a server update. She's looking like a top contender right now, all things considered. Although I don't know how laggy it gets if lots of people have an Omnitrix. Although yeah, if we do a server, I don't know how I'm gonna run it. Like, are we gonna do a whole factions thing again? Possibly. I do like the idea of an evil faction versus good faction type, you know, play thing. I prefer that for, obviously, if we do decide to do group games and stuff like that, then, you know, it makes it easier, because then, you know, there's just 2 teams ready to go. And ba-dum. So, yeah, I mean, we'd probably run that again. That seems like the right thing to do. I do wonder, though, like, if we're gonna add mods in with Ben 10, what are mods to add in to, like, make the Ben 10 experience? Like, part of my brain goes to, is there any type of alien gun mod or something? Ben 10 has a lot of alien guns and stuff in it for when you're not in Ben 10 mode. Heck, a bunch of the bounty hunter aliens show up with alien guns and stuff like that, so, yeah, like, you know, if you get a cool gun mod, that would probably be useful for a Ben 10 thing, potentially, just for when, you know, some people aren't able to go into Ben 10 mode, or into alien forms for a bit, because you need to get an Omnitrix and dum-ba-dum. I don't really know what you do for enemies, though, something. Like, there's not really a good option that springs to mind. Like, I played Ice and Fire, it's pretty cool, but, you know, doesn't really mean much for the day-to-day aliens. Gilmore of Gaia is there, I suppose. It's good. Well, either way, if anyone wants to leave any recommendations and stuff, or any ideas and bits in the comments, feel free to do so. And yeah, we'll see when we decide to do some more Ben 10 bits as we... Well, in this point, we're waiting for Ninja Origins to update. I mean, one thing, and I'm just looking for ideas for what we're going to do for the next Republic thing, because we'd like to keep that going, it's just at this point, because people are enjoying it. Anyway, for now, though, thank y'all very much for watching. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Catch you all next time for whenever we decide to do some more Ben 10 bits. Goodbye, people. Also, just want to say a quick thank you to all of our channel members for the extra support, and a special thank you and shout out to our elite members, the Jonin members ULQ Vami, Phantom Shadow, Hellfire Dragon, Phoenix, Caden Cruz, and Reaver Stavern, and our ANBU members, MonsterQ and AdenIsGone. Thank you all very much for the extra awesome support.